Okay. Good morning. I present my work. I'm Alfonso Crisci. I come from Italy. I am a researcher at the National Research Council. I work with the OpenStreetMap Community Italian and Digital Commons Labs with Maurizio Napolitano, Cristian Consonni. Our aims is to make an investigation to find metrics, to find parameters, to detect and to monitor quality of data, areal-based. We have made some speculation this year, and we translate our speculation in our work. Okay, I'm newbie in OpenStreetMap. I'm working with climatological maps in my work, but I try to apply some analytical framework in this OpenStreetMap data to suggest development, metrics, service for OpenStreetMap in general. For me, OpenStreetMap is a language. It's a language of free representation of real geographical entities that is used to build patterns that people call as map. And this work is made in a participatory style. My question is, do exist some metrics to compute, to detect, to measure spatial and textual informative complexity of OpenStreetMap data? And why? My target are to build, using these metrics, to build customized guidelines for thematic mappings, to help host communities to build gaps, to fill gaps in key or in textual descriptor or in feature in selected area. And obviously, I try to search parameters to detect spatial or informative gaps. My candidates of parameters are coming from the complexity science. R4 are the fractal dimension of feature obtained from the dump of OSM file. Is the Lacunarity, is extracting K tags and Ks and K values, the textual informative density, better, the informative entropy linked to this corpus of text, and some parameters to detect diversity or dissimilarities of different corpus of textual descriptor in OpenStreetMap. The question I write in my slide is the same that I begin in my presentation. I want to fix some concept of lacunarity. This is the second spatial index that I cite in the previous slide. Lacunarity is a measure of void when we have appartence in a two-dimensional space. Okay? Is not the complexity. Complexity is measured with fractal dimension. And we have these two kinds of parameters to measure the gappiness or to measure the complexities. Is defined mathematically, okay, is no problem. And the second group of parameters become from a statistical distribution called ZIF that used in linguistical statistics and to measure the distribution of the frequency of terms using in a textual corpus. You can make a plot ranking, putting in relation the rank of the text and this frequency. They call it ZIF float. And you can measure, linked to this statistical tool, another parameter is the information entropy. Information entropy is the probability to detect in a web corpus or in a textual corpus the unexpected sign. Indirectly measuring how much information are present in a text. Okay, this is a theoretical framework, perhaps not interesting for modern people, but I can try to apply these parameters on OSM data. I create a tool chain that I put in this GitHub using R language. I create a chain using some tools of OSM communities and R library make expressly for this kind of analysis. And I shared this GitHub. Okay, I've selected with the Common Labs Trento, I select 3 OSM areas in Italy, different for communities, different for feature density. And I have centered this area on the admit center. And I select one spatial scale corresponding to the zoom level 12, okay? It's 10 kilometers, 10, 50, the scale is 1 to 100,000, the scale of geographic. Okay, this area have different stories and different communities of users. The most ancient is Trento communities, followed by Florence communities. The most young area is Matera. Matera have made a great effort in last years using OpenStreetMap. They have chosen OpenStreetMap to promote their cities to participate come dice il coso della cultura. Yes, okay. So the areas are so different. Okay, my analysis I carried out in this area. I make a lot of stuff because the nature of my work is more explorative. I don't give a definitive product, and I want to discuss with mappers if my analysis have sense too. Okay. I make some raster densities of every area selected. You see Trento is more complex, is a more dense OSM data areas. In terms of version, in terms of users, I detect that is the more complex. In effect, you have many filled area in Trento. Differently in other area as Florence, that you have the same complexities. My technique, Lacunarity, this graph at the right side is the local fractal dimension that I use to detect if small area in the whole area have another possibilities to maps. It is possible to increase the complexity of the map. I see in function of if we stratify the contribution following tags, I found that many areas are already to filled by mappers. Okay, so it's the same I've seen in Matera. A lexical analysis. Qui manca qualcosa. Come mai? Okay, I make the word cloud of the all case used in OSM data of Trento. Trento is, you can see, is the oldest because it is very rich cloud of terms of case. used. So the work of users is very huge because it's very old as communities respect to the other ones. My presentation is broken, but okay. I make because I have another graph, but okay. I make a diagram then of the case uses, and it's possible to see that every community, the same users are specialized to make some case respect other ones. It's possible to define the specific of each communities that rely in every cities using this lexical analysis. It is possible to clusterize users in function that the use of case or the use of tags to detect singular characteristics of the users. Of if exist in the communities, areal communities, if exist a specific group of users that prefer certain mappings. This is possible with lexical analysis of the case and the tags. If you make a social network analysis respect case, you can see the structure of the communities. So, indeed, complexity science could give a very deep description of host communities, spatially and textual. This is the word cloud of Florence. Is a rich tool. Is rich. Has Trento because the Florence communities is middle-aged, but has very great community, 800 of users working in the area of Florence. And do you see the diagram then of Florence is different, is very distributed respect to Trento. So communities, these communities have specific users that work on the specific keys and tags, because it's not so axial respect to the distribution of Trento. And the clusters of Florence has difference too. And we have a group of single users that represent the leaders or the reference user that have driven the communities in the time of Florence. Sometimes are national users that people have driven in the work of the mapping. So you can storify every community. This is okay. Do you see the sociogram of community of Florence are less complex respect Trento. Trento have worked more together. Florence have worked more alone. So you can separate the dynamical of communities. This is the word cloud of Matera. This is the youngest communities treated in Italy. Do you see? You have tag not present in other clouds, roof material, roof color, roof material that are not present in Florence. Why? Because people in Matera have used three-dimensional rendering. They have made a lot of experiments with 3D that is visible in the cloud. Florence and Trento have no make experience of rendering, and this is visible from the cloud. Okay, so this is, and is more similar of Trento, because Matera communities is formed and led by Trento users, Maurizio Napolitano, Napo. So you can see that story of Matera is similar to Trento. Florence have another story. They have worked in the last years, Matera, so they have helped more, so the sociogram is a bit complex, except Florence. And the categorization of the main group is large, and many new by users. You can work in the tags, inside the tags to make lexical analysis. And you can make the different of the values of case inside the tags, using the similarity on diversity, the 4 parameter. Okay. You can make tree map of the users that have worked in the single case and that have worked with different values. So you can analyze communities using this index very deeply. Lacunarity, no, I have. Come si fa? Okay, I've made some graph, but slide share I've cut. Non lo so. Ah, okay. I've lost a graph. Can you use can you use slide share? Okay, I've made the time profile of my parameters where. Va indietro? Sì. Qui. Sì, ci dovrebbe essere. Ma che palle. No, l'ha persi qui. Sorry. Ah, ho perso. Ok, no problem. I speech my graph. Che è successo? No, non so. Okay. Now I've made the graph of lacunarity that show the decrease of lacunarity in the years. So I want to see that lacunarity is a good parameters to detect the gap filling organized by communities in the time. So linguistical parameters, spatial parameters are linked to the density and linked to are able to describe the story of communities and to analyze inside the communities. Ok, io vado avanti ancora un po', vediamo se si può finire. This is my findings. Okay. The only things that to use this kind of parameters is to choose a spatial resolution adapt to the cities. For cities more densely mapped, you need a small scale resolution. Ok, palle però, no. Non lo so. Okay.
Because on the Google Doc, the graphs are
if it's all right with you, I would suggest you.
No, okay, this is the hand.
Talk, we start the discussion, and while we do that, you put us the slides, and you can afterwards show us what we missed. Would that be?
Sì.
With a Polish?
Hai fatto un capo così? No.
No, okay. We will have the chance to take ask some questions while we do the topic. All right.
If you have any questions.
Do you want to close your talk so we can start some questions?
No, okay.
Give it up. Just make a closing and.
No, yeah, okay. Sorry for these many problems, but no. The conclusion is. Exist metrics to detect complexities in OSM data that they are useful to differentiate each singular area. You can analyze in text of case of tags. You you can to build a strategy to harmonize mapping in what area. Okay, but metrics, the work is incomplete as the presentation that you will see. I need to further reflection with communities to individuate metrics exactly to make web service act as HOMS matrix, similar to OS matrix, to help monitoring of the OSM data. Okay, I finished. Sorry.
All right. No problem. Maybe you can put up the slide while we have the discussion, and then you can just shortly show it so everyone knows what we missed. So if any of you has a question, please raise your hand.
Che cavolo, oh, non mi ha fregato.
Which one should I use?
Not so much a question, more of a comment. A couple of years ago, I used to run TagStat, one of the predecessors to TagInfo, and I actually used Zipf's law to distinguish between free text tags like name or note and other more strictly regulated ones, and that worked very well. So yes, I can see that it's useful for your work.
Yes, because this is the more difficult part of work. Choose where vocabulary to start analysis. Okay. Initially, I want to work with the key values, no, because the reflection with the digital commons is have this speculation. If exist rare terms in the area is well mapped, because the users have taken marginal, because I've finished the big work and I've carried the particularly. So with textual, if I find rare terms, I can suspect that this area is well mapped. Okay. But during the work, I've changed target because I think that keys, overall set of keys of the area, are more important. If you put the Shannon entropy, the information entropy of the all complete word set of keys, you can detect the informativity of the area respect other ones. This is a weight of how many information us mappers have put in this map directly. The lacunarity gives the information if the overlay of the surface of the is filled well. The twice parameter together give the information of the quality of the map. This is my speculation.
All right. Okay. Another final question? Anyone? Yeah.
I'm not lucky with the presentation.
Your result is independent of the density of
No.
information on the ground, really?
Yes.
Because in the cities, not them on a field.
Yeah. This is the crucial question. Every kind of this analysis is linked to the population numerosity of the area, and if users are representative of this population. Okay. So the needs of final metrics is to integrate in my analysis the weight of the population or the user density. This is the goal. Now this work is started 3 months ago. I want to present here, but the work needs further refinement about especially in this subject. It's better. Ah, okay.
Connection.
Okay. If you, okay, no, this is the full presentation. We see this is the zip plot of this case. You can see the work of host mappers is over verbose, is rich as terms, but their language is naturally compliant, is good as communication of information. Okay, this is my one of results.
I think we'll simply try to put up these real correct slides on the net so everyone can view them together with the videos, and then you can reconstruct what's...
Okay.
I think that will be fine. Let's thank him again for the talk.
Sorry.